We'll cross that bridge when we come to it.
Yeah, if it becomes just something like this.
I have a feeling.
Everything's gonna go swell.
Uh.
Uh,
Group chat. Yeah.
So, let me quickly check.
I got a feeling
Uh,
that tonight's gonna be
No.
a good night.
only bad nights.
Okay,
Only.
so as you guys, Atakai, roll me a. Oh, let me quickly just look at your.
Double one stealth though, kind of unfortunate.
Very unfortunate.
Oof.
Okay, as you
Tonight's gonna
are
be a good night.
beginning to like try and slow down and like hide, Atakai, sadly your horse just keeps going. As you try to get us to stop, it just keeps going.
Stop.
Yeah,
stop,
I
stop.
hold on to it with like its bridle, like just
Yeah.
wrestling control of it.
However, thankfully, the rest of you sort of like body block Atakai's body as he like begins to like be dragged along by this horse. So on the other side of the river, you see four returned, all with golden masks. Some with short swords, one with a longbow, and just sort of like looking around, kind of aimlessly, though. You get the feeling that they're searching for something. And as they sort of continue forward, hold your breath for a moment as they look at a horse just randomly going by. It's like, isn't that one of ours? And continue going forward. So you guys avoid combat.
Protection. So, are they
Tis
following us?
perhaps they seek the other half of what was his name? Varys?
Garrus.
I forget the name of the spirit thing that they become, but
Eidolon.
perhaps they seek that.
It's Eidolons.
Fair.
But is it a coincidence that it is here? I look at my notes at my notebook and I flip back through pages through my diary. Lost spirits.
Well, my friends, we have an opportunity here to catch them unawares. Should we try and find a way of taking it?
Perhaps, or if we're able to catch a few, if they split up, that would be very fortunate.
Or do we just ignore them, keeping an eye out to make sure they don't find us and continue on our way? If they are looking for Varys's Eidolon, perhaps they are also seeking the place that we are.
Then it might be a while to deal with. They become later.
I have to agree with Lucan. I'd rather face them when they're at our front than find the place and have them at our back.
True, but the more returned we send back, the more we are likely to bring Erebos' eyes upon us.
I don't find it a coincidence that they're there. It may be inevitable. They are searching for us. Well, for who is in our quarry, Varys, or in our custody, as well as where we aim to go.
Yes, but if they are searching for Varys, why didn't they go to Miletus? Unless they've already been there.
again, I believe they are searching for his soul, if you will.
Just in case.
in the eventuality. Oh, we're
We
on
may
the,
not get
we're on the
another
other side of the
opportunity
water.
like
Let's
this.
go.
Question is, though, do we really want to risk it? As I said, it could potentially bring Erebos's eyes on us before we are ready to deal with whatever he is dealing out.
I think we made that decision when we killed the first 3.
I feel that our attention were to be honest, he would have already exacted his revenge.
Yes, but if that was the case, Erebos himself Varus would have had to make a pact with either Erebos himself.
I also find it unlikely that one so powerful as Erebus would be all bent out of shape if you fail to return.
Erebos guards his charges jealously.
This is true. Does not know very much about the gods. That's an assumption.
He will... I do not know if the ones across the river are his champions, if you will. Perhaps we do know that that the dead have an economy of their own. These could be mercenaries working for someone up here.
And do you think it best that we take them out now?
We may not
I
be
have a
able to
feeling we
live
will
to
have to
hear
deal
them coming
with
this
them
time.
one day or another.
Well, you guys have been having this conversation. They have now gotten about 60 feet away from you.
Mm-hmm.
That's fair.
We may not be so lucky to have the advantage of hearing them come in the future.
It is not the best spot for an ambush, though.
Look, if they are envoys of Erebos, I will protect you against whatever they seek to deal, and I will keep you safe. But is this really something that we want to intervene in? After all, there is no say that they are looking for us.
They're looking for Varus, and they'll kill us to get to him.
Well, we have no guarantee of that. They may not even know we are involved with Varus,
Then why do we hide?
because it is a sensible thing to do.
Well,
If we
because
have nothing to fear,
recognize
then
them.
we ought to just pass.
Also, they're on the other side of a river, and do I know if undead work by the same rules here with running water?
Like vampires do?
Well, because typically undead also can't cross running water because it's a symbol of life.
So
I just don't know if that's true in this setting. That's why I'm asking for if that's knowledge Amaris would have.
Make a religion check. I will say that in this, life is more designated by light or by nature blooming. Also, even though the map has a full river going,
It's pretty much a trickle.
Yeah.
It's probably nothing like substantially flowing.
No, yeah, like right now it's about ankle high, so it's actually like quite shallow in the middle.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we could always ask them if it's not a good spot for an ambush. We could always just ask.
Yes, a conversation could work. We could only have one of us up here and keep our numbers secret.
Admittedly, I would much prefer it somebody who is much better at dodging arrows. I nod towards the fucking longbow.
This is valid.
Dodging arrows is not the trick, but I would be happy to talk if You wished me to?
I look at Attica and Lucan because they're the strategic ones.
She's-
This sensible ones also works.
Attica is probably the strategic one.
If we speak to them, we'd be trying to find what they're after. See if we're truly enemies at ends. If things go awry, the rest of us would ambush. It's not a bad plan. I'm not sure putting the masters out there would. Oh, no, you're good. I am not sure having the masters be bait and speak with them will get us exactly what we need. We know that this group is searching for the Eidolon, and that they are starting out. Their predisposition is in opposition to us.
Is it though?
The first group talked to us.
The first group talked to us, and as soon as we didn't immediately give it over, they maneuvered to strike. We striked first,
Yes,
though.
Yes,
But we have nothing to
Varys'
give this time.
Yes.
Information, if it's learned.
What information do we have though? Varys has told us not.
We know where Varys is, and we know
We
of where
do
this
know of the
court
court.
may be.
Yes.
80 feet now.
Yeah, and is it possible to just follow along at the same time? Kind of
Just
like,
creep along with them.
yeah, like we can stay 80 feet behind them, but just like keeping them in our view.
Yeah, that is easy enough to do.
Look,
By the way, just
No.
because I don't want to make a new map, this is going to stay like this, okay?
Yeah,
Sounds
it's
good.
probably like the same terrain down the stream.
Yeah, cool.
at the end of the day, nothing ventured, nothing gained. If we ask, we might find out information. We have no indication that we know Varys, nor that what we're looking for. For all they know, we could be heading north anyway, regardless of wherever we're heading.
Well, then perhaps this is valid.
After all,
Damascus, you can speak with them. I would recommend you take either, and Lucan will nod towards Attica himself
Well-
as a backup, and the rest of us can remain hidden.
we can at least act on behalf of, well, I know that Damasos has some belief in a god, and Leto and I are envoys of our gods of a sort, I suppose. We recognize that they are two envoys of their gods. We could legitimately be asking if might be anything we can do to help.
More reason to put
So-
someone to let speak first, but be prepared. And it's
Fair. Very well. I have no argument here.
Yes, it is better to be
We-
cautious at least. Yes, I agree.
We move up, flank to the side, get from just across the river, so that we could get to them quickly. Staying behind cover. Damascus, you'll need to cross beforehand.
Very
Lucan
well.
kind of like-
Should I?
I imagine like Lucan will like wince as Attica like steps on a branch and says, "Attica, why don't you back?"
It is. This armor does not provide much to stealth, I have to admit.
Would it be best for me to cross openly, or
Quietly now and then when we approach, so they don't have as much a chance to run away.
Yes, but they also have longbows, so I don't think startling them is probably a good idea.
Only one does, and that's the one at the back.
It's still a fucking longbow!
I can be quite speedy if I need to be?
What is that accent?
I don't know. Don't question it.
I can be a speedy.
All of a sudden I become a French
wait.
man.
I can be quite speedy.
All right.
I am a filthy surrender monkey.
Yes,
How we
the
act then?
mesos
Should we have-
also tessa.
So we have our envoys cross the stream and make their presences known and position ourselves accordingly.
Yeah, I'll go with Damasos.
Alright.
Wait, just let me double check something. Can I do this on
All right.
No, I don't
I-
have
Don't worry,
logic,
my
so-
friend. I will keep you safe.
I will
Attica
try
You know
to
what?
gestures to his
conceal
longbow.
myself
On
in the
On
bushes
that,
over here.
I'm going to cast on Damasos before we cross. I do have I'm going to cast Sanctuary on him.
Oh, that's very nice.
I don't want you to die, and this was my fucking plan.
It's fine.
Okay.
Okay, so we're gonna cross like
I'm
here.
just gonna go prone in the bushes.
Yeah. Anakai
Or
will
am
summon
I
his
crossing,
shadow.
or am I just gonna like stand out on the side of the bank and call out and say hi?
Stand on this side of the river, yellow cross.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea. So I'm gonna stand a little away from you, so that they're drawn to my position and not you. And I will walk out, and I will call out, "Hello, my friends! Well met
As you say
on this
hello,
fine day."
as you say hello, all four of them. Thank you.
Oh my
Oof.
god. How terrifying.
You are not what I was expecting.
Similar voices, just one just cool. The one with the longbow instantly starts just backing up to the back of the group. And the other ones do a quick swap, but no weapons are drawn. They go, "Hello, hello."
That is interesting garb you wear.
Thank you. As you can probably tell, we're not from around here.
Oh my god, they're dead people with senses of humor. Jesus Christ.
I like them.
Of course you do.
We've been sent here to look for a rogue spirit that has escaped from the underworld.
Oof. Sounds interesting.
It's
I'm gonna
also
just
very
move.
dangerous. Have you seen or heard of anything like that around here?
I cannot say for sure. What would it look like?
This one would be bluish purple nature color. Fairly trickstery, would like to try to trick people. Anything like that? Any weird occurrences happened recently?
Well, I did see this rather large fish not too long ago. It waved at me, but I don't think that is what you're talking about. And I've gone Irish. Fuck.
From Greek
I'm not
to
gonna
French to Irish.
I still
St.
we
Patty's
should
Day
laugh
just
in the
passed and
buffet.
it's already affected you.
I feel like they potatoes.
We're all
Where was
Fae
I?
here.
I did see a rather large fish, but I don't think. Yeah, that is what you're talking about.
Oh, no, sadly it's not. We'll be in the area for the next day or so. And if we cross paths again and you come across it, please let us know. It is of great importance and of safety.
Well, I will keep an eye out for it. Do you know where, if I do see it, I could find you?
We'll be around in the area for the next day or so. We're fairly easy to find.
Hey, did they just
Yes.
say they're looking of somebody of a bluish nature?
I said yes, I did say that, but they meant like a spirit of a bluish or purple color.
Are they talking like an orb of light, or are they talking about a person?
Are they describing Varys? Like, is that garb that Varys wore?
No, Varys didn't wear anything like that.
Okay.
With an eidolon, which I will say from previous, I think you guys rolled really well when it came to eidolons and that before. Due to the eidolons embodying the personality of the person it once represented, the various colors denote what type of personality it would be. So a green would be a very calm, lackadaisical, nothing would bother it. it'd be quite gluttonous and slothy. A red would be angry, aggressive, more violent. And blues and purples would be tricksters and deceivers.
Well.
And there's a whole spectrum. There's oranges and various other colours. But for this and what you guys have been able to figure out, that would match up to a follower of Phoenix.
Is there anything, like, this is a little metagamey, I know, but is there anything you guys want me to ask?
I don't mind. That's all.
Well, unfortunately, we haven't seen anything like it, but is there some way we can contact you if we do?
I think you already asked that. They said
I don't think we asked how we could contact them, but
they said it'll be
I said how we could find them, but
They'll be in the area, which means they're
Ah,
actually
okay.
looking for it.
and they'll be they stand out. So
Very well. In what kind of direction are you looking? That way, if we do see it on our travels, we could, well, keep a better eye out for you.
oh Jesus Christ! Sorry, I had a massive burp.
Out of body experience.
Hmm. I can't find it. God damn it. Do you ask that?
Yes.
Do you ask that, would you have told Damos?
Oh no, I'm standing next to Damos, so
Oh, okay. So you're like out
Yeah.
here.
yeah, no, I am out there with Damos. Yeah, Damasos.
Okay. They would say, well, we are. Sorry, I'm completely blanking on the questions. I'm looking for something. What did you ask? What did you say again? Sorry.
In what direction are they heading? Because if we're heading in a different direction, we can keep a better eye out for it.
We're currently heading up closer towards Miletus, just in case. As we're hoping to meet up with more of our troop. So next time you see us, hopefully there'll be more of us.
Well, good luck on your hunt. We're heading northwards, so if we see it, well, we'll find a way to let you know, I suppose.
Thank you very much.
Happy hunting. And I'm like subtly poking Damasos in the back, like go, because we already know we killed their other fucking.
what are you doing? Very well. It's good seeing you.
Can I insight shit Amorous to see if to get the message, perhaps?
Is that the message to
She's
attack?
obviously frantically poking Damasos, like, "Hey, do something!" Like, would that be something that I could discern?
It's like poking as in to push forward, as opposed to
come with me, sort of.
Yeah, as in we're crossing the river now, kind of thing, because we needed to cross the river anyway, didn't we? Well, at least make it look like we're crossing the river. We can follow the river on either side of the riverbank, so.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, I will. Okay. It is good to meet you. We will keep an eye out for your wayward spirit.
Thank you
And
very
I
much.
guess
We
I'm apparently
appreciate
crossing
it.
the river.
As I continue to go down the river, as I'm struggling to find the goddamn omens. There we go. Finally, fucking found that at the end.
Lucan will whisper to Attikai in the bushes nearby and whisper, in my experience, when an enemy presents their neck, strike.
Wait, say that again? You were very quiet.
Sorry. In my experience, when an enemy presents their neck, you strike it.
Sometimes, but we do not know the whole story.
The back of her mind, Ambrose is like, these crackheads are going to get us killed.
That's
Yeah.
I was
No.
happy to just drag you two over to this side of the river, as it is a shallow
Yep.
river and doesn't take very long.
Yeah.
Well-
Atakai dissipates his shadow.
Yeah, they now get about since they came closer, they're now about to 60 feet away.
Hmm.
Which direction are we heading in?
You guys are heading so. This map is on the wrong north to south side, but it's actually east to west. So you guys are
Okay.
currently heading outwards, so west, while they're heading east.
So we're heading that way.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Can
That's lovely.
I just want to head in the direction that we were supposedly heading in anyway, just on the other side of the river. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm happy to do that.
After
Well,
that,
that ended quite peacefully.
As soon as they're like out of earshot or vision,
Yeah.
we'll emerge and follow them parallel to the river.
A
Very
wave
quietly,
across.
because I don't know how good these return fucking hearing is. I say to Damasos, yes, well, it was rather peaceful, but chances are it's because it hasn't gotten to them yet about what happened to the rest of their battalion.
Well, yes. Though unless they are reinforced in some way, I think we will only face the four of them again if they come back.
Well, if they find out that we deceived them, yes. But they said something again, and it reminded me of what happened after our fight with the previous lot, about how the world went grey.
Yes,
How the
a
sun
sign
left.
from Fenax? Yeah, Fenax.
Yes. And we know that Varus was a worshipper of Fenax. And my cards have warned me about trickery.
And he is a blue spirit, which is a trickery one.
Exactly. Do
Do have skill with those cards.
But do you think just running to this court now is a good idea? You don't think it's a trap, maybe, that Varus might have set for us?
It is possible.
After all, why did we decide to trust him? Is it just because he was the injured party of the two?
I feel that may have been the case. I also have a question for you. Your god of fate, yes?
Yes.
This man is dead. Would not bringing him back to life be against fate?
Well, my goddess doesn't particularly like the return of any party. Him here doing whatever it is he is doing is, well, as a general rule, I don't like intervening in the affairs of others. It can only bring trouble. But I also don't like it when the power of the gods is, well, when
As
pulled
I
back.
can tell, at this stage, 4 gods, perhaps more, look upon us. It is an uncomfortable gaze to bear.
But not only that, is it for good or for ill? I am just concerned that perhaps we are supporting the wrong party and walking into a trap trying to help someone. Both he and Kia were supporters of Fenax.
So no, Kia was not.
Oh,
The poison goddess was Kia.
yeah, the
Was-
poison goddess.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that's so much better.
Yeah, like I said.
Well, Phoenix's domains were trickery. Parika's domains are death, knowledge, and life. So
Fair.
quite a difference.
Bit different,
Yeah.
just a little bit.
Even though drugs are poisons, medicine is poison.
We should join with the others.
Yes, we should. If we're
I
far
know
enough away
you.
from the golden
Yeah,
armored
yeah,
people,
they
can
are-
I just yeah. I'm
they
just gonna
are-
stop and wait for the others to cross the river then at this point.
I know you are cautious about running to your destiny, but at this stage, I see no other direction.
I have no problem going to the court, but perhaps we should be changing our scope on doing a favor for a man who follows a trickery god, rather than finding the information for ourselves as to what he has wrought.
So you would judge the man by the god that he follows rather than what he's done on this earth.
Well, a lot of the works he has said has been openly critical.
And this makes him a poor character. How?
Well, fate has already decreed that whatever path he followed came to an end when he met his demise. Now we can, I suppose, seek some kind of justice for his death, or I'm not saying that we instantly discount what he's saying. I'm just saying that perhaps we be cautious and try to find this knowledge for our own purposes, not to fulfill some unnamed reason. I mean, it was several years ago now, and we have no idea who killed him, but clearly whoever did has enough power, money, and sway with the gods to awaken these returned. And that eye will turn to us if we are shown to be open allies.
Have we displayed such tendency?
Well, why are we
Publicly?
going to the court of Arestos then?
As long as they are not made aware, then the eye cannot see us.
I think, regardless, our answers will be found there. Though, perhaps we should be cautious, as you suggest, and not go charging in as I might wish to do.
I only
Perhaps
suggest caution because we have had several things now point out manipulation and trickery.
I agree. Perhaps when we find this wayward spirit, if we find this wayward spirit, we could employ some trickery and not suggest that we are not aware of where the other half of him lies.
The other reason, I'm not necessarily, like I said, judging the man, but clearly he has the eye of the trickery god still on him. If the trickery god is able to change the perception of the world, even but for a moment, so that we know that he is being watched. One would say that he potentially still curries favor.
No way to.
Potentially.
Let's find
The
out
only way I can
why.
be certain is by.
Well, lead the way. We can only continue on the path that we have already been put on.
Damasos, would you help me this time try and find our way?
Of course. When you
I
are,
know these lands a bit better.
Of course. When you are, and I will just like casually explain how to walk through a forest and help you navigate.
Attikai he politely nods along, knowing, kind of getting the sense that he might have done this a bit more than Damascus has.
Possibly. But you are assisted.
Wonderful.
Go for it. Make a survival as you.
Survival. Well, never
Ooh.
mind.
Ugh.
Yeah, +4 is not without
Oof,
a consistent
okay.
roll of 5.
You gotta be lucky there. You gotta be lucky as well as good, mate.
Yeah.
Oh
True,
man.
true.
As you guys have been traveling, the river has gotten tinier and tinier and tinier and shallower and shallower and shallower. And it's at this point you realize you've lost the embankment. You've lost the dip, let alone the river. You hear the sound of water though, coming from directly ahead of you. And as you go forward into a clearing, you see this.
Oh dear.
A large, beautiful oasis. A pool coming out of a mountain.
I don't trust like that.
Oh,
What
I
the fuck are those
unfortunately
things?
do.
Beautiful. It's beautiful.
I believe.
Ah,
Wait,
what a wonderful sight.
how long has it been, by the way?
Hmm?
The
Since
one
our
that you-
encounter with
okay,
the returned.
It would have taken you.
that's all right. It don't sanctuary only lasts for a minute, so
Yeah.
I was gonna say it's been about an hour, maybe 2.
What a wonderful sight. Though I think we may have lost our path back there.
Leto is very intrigued, as this seems to be a secret location.
this may be something more than just the wrong path. Not all who wander are lost.
Nice.
Sorry.
Some wise words.
lost your way. God damn it, stupid god.
So, very quickly, a shallow valley lies amid the rise and fall of the Catachon foothills. The dell's far edge stands a great rock outcropping that vaguely looks like a satyr's face. The stones sweep a steady flow of water, which spreads into a serene sky blue pond. Willows grow along the water's shore, gently swaying in a light breeze, inviting if nothing else. Can I get everybody to make me a history check, please?
History check. Okay.
Please.
I'm great at history. I've never
Apparently
failed a
I
history
am.
check. Oh wow! I've rolled above 8.
Hey.
Well done.
Oh, nice. Okay. So everyone but the person who likes secrets. Cool.
Yeah, she's sheltered.
You guys have heard of this place. It was a part of one of the places in the locations book that you saw in the library.
Oh.
This is the Pool of Lith.
The pool of what, sorry?
Lith.
All of
Life. but-
lith or lith. F for frog or th.
Lyth. So life, but weird.
As inviting as that water is, I don't think it is best to drink it.
Tales tell that the pool's sweet blue waters grant visions of the drinker's deepest desires, and sometimes fulfills them.
Or perhaps a cup full.
At first, we shouldn't do this. Oh, well.
Wait, hold on. Hold on. A cotton pick in second.
I will approach the water.
Okay.
Atakai will approach it too, but he's not bending down to get any. He's just kind of keeping alert. As he looks around, like his shadow appears right. We'll say here.
And I, if
Um,
possible,
Damascus, sorry. Go.
Can I, if possible, while they approach, do something random? Can I try playing my panpipes? Just a nice, like, meandering tune, I suppose. Joyful and meandering tune.
Okay. One moment. There we go. As you begin to play and as you guys begin to approach, you hear a voice. More visitors! Ah! As you see in the outcropping at the back, 3 dark cave entrances, but perched in front of those are 3 harpies, all just looking down, all with a smile on their face and looking at you. Oh, seeking the pool's wisdom.
Fully an accident, I swear.
We were guided here. By fate, it seems.
All who come here are guided in some way. Also, as you approach the pool, who is getting close to the pool's edge?
Yeah, boy.
Lucan will definitely get close.
Yeah,
If not-
Attica is
Longer
next to it.
Harpies.
It looks like Damascus and Lucan.
And I'm just trying to soothe the savage beast.
This is gonna be fine.
Can I get all 3 of you to make me a perception check, please?
Does this involve hearing or smell, or no? Is this sight?
Nope, just like.
Okay, gotcha.
Okay. So, as you are inspecting the waters, they continue. Drink, and the pool could fulfill your deepest desires.
Well, I'm game. I will just handful of water.
Okay.
Have a drink.
As that happens, so
Oh,
as
no.
you're about to begin to drink, Lucan,
Oh no!
you notice. One moment. It's gonna look very weird for a brief second, okay?
Hey.
Not good.
Ah!
That under the water
Oh, Heavenly Father!
Yeah.
are many large and various
Lucan will, like,
bones.
I imagine like Damasus has got his hand like his like cup full
Like
of water,
you see,
on his, like,
you see, like you watch Damus's hands go into the water, and as they bring it up to go for a drink, that is when you notice.
Yeah.
Boom.
He'll take like the
is
butt end of his
gonna
spear and
be-
just smack his hands, and like the water
Ah,
just spill out.
What is the matter?
Look!
Oh,
And now, with closer inspection, you see 10, 20, 30 bones of animals, small and large. You can see the 3 harpies, they all turn very, rather from their smiling, welcoming faces to a grim.
that is quite the trick. I think we're going to have to fight these 3.
Let's do this.
Oh,
I
good
like
lord.
being stupid, doing the stupid thing.
I was,
It's
I
quite
was-
fun.
My name is Boxcar.
I kind of wish I did
love
it
it.
slightly differently now. To, like, have you like roll for it still? But
Oh,
Like, see if like you get there in time to knock it out of his hands.
That would have been. That
Blood
would
toll harpy. That's not disconcerting at all.
Love
Oh,
to
it'll
see
be
it.
fine.
considering my
Keep right.
first initiative, the roll would have been in order.
Okay. Well, at the top of the round, as I take off the soothing music.
Soothing music.
Add the add the terrifying, you know.
Battle music.
Please no kill.
No shoot, no kill.
Uh,
Not out. It's just
That
Right.
feeling when none of us have our ears stuffed.
I've played Dragon's Dogma for too long. Whenever I think of Harpy, I think of like a creature that just like fucking is annoying and flies all around you before it can like doesn't sing or anything.
Yeah.
Doesn't.
I'm remembering when I played Witcher 2 and I went through the harpiness there, and that's all I remember for harpies now.
Ah, yeah.
I hate that.
Harpies either take two forms in Greek mythos. They can either be like the bird-like ones, or they are like more like sirens.
Well, we'll find out soon, I guess.
Either way, they're a harpy. According to this, they're a harpy.
You're up.
I don't like this. I don't like this one bit. And I assume they're going to attack us anyway if we're in things. So yeah, spiritual weapon, I guess. As a summon it as a bonus action. And
Not again. Just give me a second. I'm reloading my roll 20.
so yes, I summon a spiritual weapon, I guess. Uh,
I'll draw it for you. Where you want it?
Thank you. What's the distance on a spiritual weapon?
60 feet.
60 feet and you can move it 20, I believe.
Yeah, you summon it as a bonus action.
And then you can command it with your bonus action as well. So
Yeah, so at the moment I'm just summoning it and having it 60 feet away
if you want to move
between us. Yeah, between us and the harpies. Then I'm really stuck at distance. There's not a lot I can do at a distance, unfortunately.
Held action is not a waste of a turn.
Yeah, because I don't think I have anything that I can do with that distance. So, yeah, if I'll hold my action until they get closer, and then I might attack the fuck out of whoever tries to cross that spiritual weapon line.
Okay. Demos.
I will draw my longbow and fire upon the one in the middle.
Okay, go for it. 13 hits. So 6.
This is from Assassin's Creed Odyssey, I'm pretty sure, isn't it?
Yes,
The music.
I bought the soundtrack.
Beautiful.
Oh, you did? Oh my
Yeah,
gosh!
I was like,
I
this
thought that was
sounds too familiar.
I thought it was familiar. I hadn't played in a bit, but I was like, wait, this is weird.
I bought the game thinking it would come with the soundtrack. It didn't, which I'm annoyed at. So I had to spend an extra bit just to get the soundtrack.
Oh.
I mean, hey, the game is still pretty good in my opinion. I enjoy it.
Unfortunately for me, it's not playing because I had to reboot Roll20. So I will play in silence.
Tragic.
56.
It'll load.
Okay.
She'd be right.
Okay. Stop. And play. Hopefully. Okay. Is that your turn, Demos?
Yeah, for now. Yeah, it is.
Okay, it is now. This is half of your turns. Oh, did I roll for Lito? I didn't. Oh shit, she would have gone before everyone. I would say she will stealth. And then hide behind here. And hold a action to shoot the crossbow. Okay, and now it is their turns. Flying formation, go! and they are 40 feet of flying. Let me just move them into actual square grids.
And my sword goes boom boom.
Except it doesn't, because they don't get attack of opportunities.
Spiritual weapons,
Spiritual
I don't
weapon
think you make
doesn't.
attacks of opportunity.
It doesn't, but
Okay.
I had a held action if they crossed the line.
This
Hey.
is true.
did.
You did. So which one would you like to target?
The one that flies directly past it, I guess, is the easiest one.
Okay, so this middle. Okay, go for it. 16 hits, yeah.
Yay! Boom!
Points of force damage. As it hits and swings, the harpy's eyes roll into the back of its head as it begins to plummet into the water.
Suck it.
These harpies were only really good at fighting if you had wasted all your stuff on the guys before.
Yeah, they had a good thing going, so.
Also, if you're drunk, because okay, and it continue. So that is their movement. What do I want to do for their?
Quick question: How high up off the ground are they? Just curious.
They were. I would say over here is about 20 feet up, so they were already 20
Okay.
feet up, so they're
Got it.
cruising across.
Got it.
As yeah, that took a double move, but stay out of you guys' attack range.
Okay.
Lisa will shoot the one that's coming in. So they're still 20 feet up in the air. However, Lisa will shoot this one. That's advantage. Doesn't need it.
Boom. Nail 'em.
Amazing.
Early
Atakai,
game rogues, baby.
Atakai, as this one's flying over you, Lito pops out from the corner, shoots as into the ground next to you.
Hell yeah.
Nice.
That's their turn.
Okay. So there's a convenient little boulder here. How high is that gonna? How high up is that?
I would say that's about 10 feet high.
So could I plausibly like climb up to the top and then maybe jump and try and nick him with the spear?
Yeah, that's very plausible.
All right. I will like. I imagine myself underneath the harpy token, but as to not crowd it,
Mhm.
I will attempt to climb the boulder, get some height.
So I will make you roll for that. You're athletic enough. You'll use it'll be like half movement going up, but you have enough movement to get there. So yeah, that's fine.
All right. And then I will jump for the harpy, and I mean, as I do so, he'll kind of like quickly get his calf so he can get a crimson right going on the spear.
Yeah, go for it.
Ouch. And then I will swing.
Bada bada. 17 hits, and I have a feeling.
Boom.
Comes to right. As they die, and that's combat.
Amazing.
Poor foolish creatures.
I'm so excited for this.
Okay.
Okay.
It is a good call that you saw the bones so quickly.
Could have been any one of us in there if you hadn't.
We'll kind of just like nod and wipe away the ichor from his weapon.
Yeah. You hear you don't hear any like sizzling or anything like that in the back for the harpy, but it's definitely just floating and then eventually just begins to sink.
Can I try and peer inside to see if there's anything maybe of value in the water?
Sure, maybe a perception check.
Yeah.
Investigation for this.
Investigation? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, okay.
16. Looking around as try as you might, there's nothing in the water that sparks any interest or collectability.
Okay.
Would you like me to check the caves?
Sure.
I would suggest to everyone else not to touch the water. And I will take off flying because I can do that because ASMR.
Oh,
So-
Horny.
See you guys.
You're an
see you.
ass.
Wings shoot out my back. And I will fly
What kind of
across.
wings? Are they
Usually
angelic
classic,
or are they skeletal?
classic angelic.
okay.
Got it.
Yeah. Would you expect
He's a
anything
good
different from
boy.
Damascus?
You never
So
know.
I'll fly
Yeah.
over here, land, and have a very quick look because I've only got a minute.
Okay. As you fly over, you find lots of knickknacks and like junk. However, going through, you find these. You find a potion with a weird liquid inside, not of a regular color as you would expect the healing to be. You find a scroll of some form of arcane spell. A total of 39 silver pieces and 7 really nicely carved turquoise stones of all random deities. Well, 70, 12. So, one. Those are corresponding to the deities. I will tell you who they are in just a moment.
Sorry,
Give me 2
I've lost my pen, so I can't write any of this down. There it is.
There's a scroll. How many stones and how many pieces of
I will
silver?
copy and paste it for you.
Excellent. Oh,
Uh,
beautiful.
Potion of climbing.
Yes, but we don't know that yet.
Well, right. Player me is like, ooh.
What deities are there? Do we have?
6, 4, 1, 2, 11.
Oh, you're figuring that out.
Yep. Gods of Theros. Okay, so there is one for Athreos, which is like
God of Passage.
Yeah, God of Passage. One for Ephara.
Ooh.
God. Yep.
One for Heliod. One for Karametra. One for Perforos. And 2 for Thassa.
Okay. I will grab all of them, and before the minute is up, I will fly back across, avoiding the death water. I am not sure if I'm across. Yeah. And I'll land, and I will reveal what I have found.
Atakai looks over like the stone of Afara.
Take it, my friend.
He'll go ahead and take it.
I have a friend who might wish to see this Karamata one. If I see them again.
Leto is sort of like just taking notes like a little pocketbook, and then she looks at her compass. Goes, "Oh, really? How was it?" And puts the compass away.
What did you think was here?
I knew there was secrets here. I just didn't think there'd be so few.
Perhaps it's worth another look.
No, there's no more secrets to be had here.
I will not be able to fly again until tomorrow, so...
I would be able to get across if needed, but... Very well.
How about
Do you think that the water itself is actually poisonous? After all, Damasos did
I
scoop
was
it
gonna
up
say.
already.
As everyone's
I'm
like
going-
talking about the water, as if it's like not to be touched, Lucan will just kind of like dip his hand in. Like
weren't you saying about this body doing
yeah.
something?
No, yeah, it just floats.
Oh, it just floats. Okay.
And just then eventually when water gets in just starts falling.
I thought you said it dissolved or something. I was like,
I was gonna say,
oh boy.
it doesn't dissolve. Yeah, no, it doesn't.
Chances are the water is what it says it is, and the harpies were purely taking the chance of seeking prey that come to drink. The dead bodies could be there because of the harpies.
I wouldn't
I
drink
could take a
water
drink
with
if
dead
you
bodies
wish.
in it.
They are long. Well, one of them is not, but most of them are long dissolved.
Attica shrugs.
I can always check to see if it is poisoned or diseased.
That would be helpful.
It'd probably be a
Alright.
good idea before I drink it.
Okay, it'll take me 10 minutes, but I sit down and do the ritual for detect poison and disease.
Okay.
I'm gonna play with the grass.
Upon completion of the spell, you have detected poisons before. You've never detected a potent or high concentration such as this before. It is overwhelming to your senses. It's almost like you just had like 10 shots of vodka, but without drinking a drop.
I look at the two people that have touched it, and I'm just like, well, sorry to say this, but you're doomed.
Yes, I knew it to be true.
Well,
You have to bury me facing the sunrise.
The concentration of poison in this is quite high, and well, I don't know if it seeps in through the skin, but
Well, I feel I feel fine. Sorry, I do
I
apologize.
feel fine.
if only I had studied the night before
Mm-hmm.
and taken protection from poison.
You just
Oh,
have
you
to
don't get
leave
that
me when I
privilege, damn
fall.
Can you cast detect poison? Does it tell you what the poison does, or just if there's poison in there?
Detect poison and disease. I can identify the kind of poison, poisonous creature, and disease in each case. Yeah, basically the presence and location of poison, poisonous creatures, and diseases within 30 feet of me. You also identify the kind of poison, poisonous creature, or disease in each case.
Okay.
Ooh.
This type of poison attacks the muscles and the brain.
Oh, you
Oh,
are really
boy.
fucked. Wait, no, Damasos is fine.
Yeah. Ow!
You get the idea. You
That
get
makes sense for the
feeling-
hallucinations.
You get the feeling that this has to be ingested.
Well, as long as you don't ingest it, you'll be fine. However, it is a wasting poison. It will attack your muscles and your brain. Just
I
don't-
use that to think.
Do you?
I am having a joke. I am pulling your leg.
Perhaps it could come in handy.
Perhaps.
I mean, we could always take some back to use as barter with Kia.
I think she may find it quite interesting.
Hearing this, Lucan kind of like shrug and empty out his water skin, just like get a full water skin of this stuff and cork it.
Okay.
Be sure not to mistake that.
Yes, perhaps put some sort of symbol on it, like a skull and crossbones is a traditional one.
I have a different idea. He goes to the horse that he led over and takes off the giant amphora.
Oh, it's intelligent. Oh my god, it's genius.
Oh god!
I thought you were going to feed it to the horse.
No.
I
And then I
would
go
like
ahead
to
and
point
fill
out
the
that water
amphora.
be heavy.
That's gonna be freaking heavy.
Yeah, but do you know how much a horse carries? They can
Yeah.
carry so much.
That would
Okay.
be so heavy.
Your
though.
horse.
I'm not saying don't do it, but that would just be so heavy.
Okay,
I'm trying to
that,
picture it.
That horse is now like that thing is now 60 pounds. The two of you now have
Yeah,
to
it
lift
it can
between the two of you.
its capacity. It's a riding horse, right? It can hold 480 pounds, no problem.
Okay, fair. I think they're usually like with a car or something, but yeah, fair enough.
Yeah.
No, true, and that is the exact reason, Alex, that no horses in the world can carry Neishing.
Mhm. Oh my god, would you guys like to know what that does?
Yes.
I'd love to know what that does.
Sure.
The truth to the tales of the pool's remarkable qualities. The properties don't extend from oracular magic, though, but from one of the gods Phyrex's poisons, which seeps from the surrounding rocks and taint the pool. Any creature that drinks from the pool must exceed a DC 15 con save,
Oof.
or
Oh,
gain,
okay.
or gain 2 levels of exhaustion
Ooh.
for 1d4 hours,
That's pretty solid.
as it is
That's-
overcome with drowsiness and mild hallucinations.
Oh, that would have been
Hmm.
fun.
Two levels of exhaustion. That's disadvantage and what is it? Reduced
Speed.
movement.
I
Half
think
a
it is.
spade.
Yeah.
And disadvantage on all attacks. and
Atta-
checks.
attacks and checks. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I have
I
a
mean,
pretty
it
high
would almost be
constitution.
worth it if, it wasn't for the wasting away of the brain.
You have a whole fucking jug of that shit.
A human-sized one.
No, a minotaur sized.
Yeah? And it is from there that I will end this week's session.
That's good. I vibe with that.
Yeah. I'm glad we didn't break it.
I know, yeah, you did though. Someone shot a hole in it.
It was shot,
It
but
had-
you said it didn't crack. It bounced off,
Yeah, it had-
or it didn't
got
penetrate.
a-
It
HP.
damaged it like it just chipped it.
Okay, yeah, I did. Okay, I was gonna say. To me, I was like, okay, you hit it, but you didn't like shatter it. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's got 20 hit points. I think it was 8 damage that was done
So
to it.
now it currently has 15 hit points
Okay.
because
Okay.
you did hit it once.
Yes, I did. My thinking was like maybe the Amphora was cursed, and that if we
Or
destroyed
an
it, we'd
Amphora of
help him.
holding.
Ooh.
That
Does
would have been